Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Richard, founder of Short Term Rental University and Airbnb Superhost. Today's video is how you can turn your guests into raving fans. So you may be wondering, why do you want to do that? And the reason is twofold. One, it's going to really promote your business. You're going to get 5-star reviews. People are going to say wonderful things, and that's going to get more people to want to come and stay with you, which is the point of hosting and being in business in short-term rentals, right? Profitability, higher occupancy, charge more, 5-star reviews drive that process. That's obvious. The less obvious one is that it's going to be more rewarding for you. It's going to keep you more motivated and you more excited and you to overcome any adversity or little bumps along the way if you're getting that feedback loop that people love what it is that you're doing, kind of like the feedback I get from you guys with the comments and the love and so on, keeps me going. Think of it that way. You're feeding yourself to do a better job. So I've basically distilled this down into 3 things. The first and the most important one is know your tribe. If you're speaking to everyone, if you're trying to attract everyone into your home, you're speaking to no one. It's not connecting. It's just sort of like, I'm out there, come find me, maybe you like it. So let's take that aside and instead let's really drill down on who are you trying to attract. For instance, are you trying to attract families? If I were trying to attract families, I would do things like figure out how many kids and what ages and try and develop a listing that resonated with them. I'd have board games and cribs and high chairs and whatever else people need that have kids, and I would photograph that, and that would be in my copy, and it would be really clear that the tribe that I'm trying to speak to and attract is family. Let's say that I was trying to attract surfers, and I myself were a surfer, and I wanted people that like to surf to come stay at my bungalow that's walking distance to the beach. I would do things like have standing surf racks in places where they could dry their wetsuits, and I would photograph that and I would talk about it, and I would make sure that people were understanding that this was like a surf sort of bungalow and that's who I was trying to get, and I would help them find me, and then when they came I would know what they were here to do, and I'd have my place fully kitted out to make sure that they were having a great surf experience. So that's kind of like the foundation. That's how you guys find one another. Let's talk about dating. That's your swiping right. You're looking for surfers, they are surfers, they swipe right, you guys now connect, they're in your Airbnb, and the most important part is that your expectations that you've managed exceeded by the reality. So they have a certain set of expectations and you blow them away because you actually do more than that. So how can you do more than that? Well, let's stick with the surf example. Maybe you can give them, a live camera that shows the surf conditions. Maybe you can send them via email morning, forecasts for the swell and the time and the tide. And I don't know enough about surfing to speak about it intelligently, but you get the point. Instead of just saying, here's a place where you can surf and you can walk down there, let's try and get them the information that they need. What's the water temperature? What's the swell? When's the full moon? What are the conditions? Oh, that place isn't good? Go over here. Now you're adding real value to their stay and ensuring that the reason that they're there, which is to surf, is being satisfied. They've got the best surf conditions in real time, only at your Airbnb. They can't get that anywhere else. And now you've blown them away because you know exactly who they are. You're speaking the same language. You're giving them the data that they need to make sure that they're having a great stay. So I think this is actually a really important broader lesson in life. If you think about all the times that you've been delighted when something has really been mind-blowing, it's because whatever you expected, which was really high and you were really expecting something terrific, was exceeded. Somebody went above and beyond that. They delivered even more value. They gave you more information, or they gave you a better experience, or they treated you a certain way that just blew your mind. And that's the same concept that we want to apply here, which is, okay, we know who we're talking to, we know why they're coming, we're giving them all the information, but we've just gone so overboard on the amount of quality and value that we're delivering to them that they're just drawn in and they will never go anywhere else. Now, you may be so booked up that they can't stay with you again, and that's a good problem to have, and I've covered some of that on videos before, but let's not rest on our laurels and just assume they won't be able to come back. What if you create your own website and you get them as a client and they book 2 weeks every single year, the same 2 weeks for the rest of your life? Isn't that really rewarding for you and for them? Now, the third component is communication. And what I mean by that is warm and friendly and hospitality-focused communication. I'm here with my daughter on college tours, and I want to make sure that we're having a great time and that she's free to think about her college, career and what she wants to do, and we're not worried about being late or the bed not being made. But to the Ritz-Carlton's credit, and this is fabulous, so there's a lesson here. When we checked in, for whatever reason, we were really upbeat and optimistic and happy to be here. and somehow we connected with the person checking us in, and she upgraded us. She took a card out of her pocket that she could pull out whenever she wanted, and she upgraded us into the suite that we're in right now. And the room is great and the suite is great, but that's not the moral. She made me feel like a rock star in front of my daughter. My daughter's my why, right? Like, do you know what, I mean, I'm like choking up. To make me feel special in front of my daughter, the Ritz-Carlton at the Georgetown and this woman who checked us in, she's earned my business for life. She never has to upgrade me again. There was a connection here that was real, that was fundamental. She made me feel important in front of my why. And if you can do that in front of your guests, you're gonna create raving fans. So that's it, simple, right? Know your tribe, over-deliver, and then make them feel really super cared for and like they're the most important thing on the planet. And you've got raving fans, and your business will thrive, whether it's on Airbnb, or you take it to your own website, you take this brand and do something else with it. It doesn't really matter, but that's the secret to success. I hope you found this video helpful. Please go ahead and give it the thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate a subscribe and any comments below. Let's share, friends.